The whole sharing economy, it's pretty much built on one simple thing: trust. But what happens when that trust just completely shatters? Well, back in 2025, a wave of truly shocking discoveries in Airbnbs turned that whole promise of a home away from home into a paranoid nightmare. We've all heard Airbnb's promise, right? Live like a local. It's this really inviting idea, an invitation to experience a new place with comfort, authenticity, and above all, trust. But for a really disturbing number of guests, that promise of a home took a seriously dark and twisted turn. That feeling of comfort was replaced by something else entirely. Yeah, the feeling of being watched, of being secretly recorded in your most private moments. This became the new, terrifying reality for guests all across the country. Okay, so let's dig into the specifics. And I'm not talking about some rumors from a random online forum. No, these are the documented cases, the lawsuits, and the arrests that really defined this whole surveillance scandal of 2025. So our first case takes us to Madison, Wisconsin. A renter is just, in their bathroom, and they notice something off about the electrical outlets. It turns out they weren't outlets at all. Nope, they were cleverly disguised hidden cameras. And the guest's statement here it cuts right to the bone, doesn't it? The violation is profound. And the worst part is the uncertainty of what was captured and where in the world it went. It's just terrifying. And believe me, the problem only escalated from there. Over in Arizona, a family discovered a night vision Wi-Fi camera, and get this, it was hidden inside a smoke detector, pointing directly at a bedroom. A smoke detector. And there's that word again, trust. Just completely broken. Now, this family did end up receiving a multi-million-dollar settlement, but as their statement makes so clear, you can't put a price on peace of mind. Then we have the case from Hocking Hills, Ohio, which, wow, this took things to a whole other level. Guests in a cabin found a hidden camera in the bathroom, but when the authorities investigated, they discovered the footage was being live streamed. A live feed. Think about that. It just reveals the true scale of the problem. This wasn't about one set of guests. This host could have been spying on potentially hundreds of people over time. And this last one, well, it's perhaps the most shocking of them all. A couple sued their Airbnb host after a camera recorded them being intimate in the bathroom. The host's excuse? Oh, it was for security. Yeah, that excuse completely fell apart when the tape was leaked online. You can't undo that. The damage is permanent. A private moment, just stolen and then broadcast to the world. Their statement really says it all. So let's just recap real quick. We've got outlet cams in Wisconsin, a live stream in Ohio, a huge settlement in Arizona, and a devastating leak that went online. 4 different locations, 4 different methods, but one single terrifying theme: a complete and total invasion of privacy. So the big question is, how did this even happen, right? What created the perfect storm for this surveillance crisis to just explode back in 2025? Well, it starts with a simple number, $20. That's it. That's how little a sophisticated, easy-to-hide Wi-Fi spy camera could cost. Technology made it so cheap and accessible that, well, virtually anyone could become a spy. Now, to be fair, Airbnb's official policy on this is very strict. Absolutely no cameras inside private spaces like bedrooms or bathrooms. So on paper, this shouldn't have been possible. But the reality revealed a massive enforcement gap. For every 10 reports of hidden cameras filed by guests, only one host, on average, was actually banned from the platform. That is a huge disconnect between the policy and the practice. And the motive? It gets even creepier. For some of these hosts, it was the voyeuristic thrill of just watching live. For others, it was a straight-up criminal enterprise, selling intensely private footage on the dark web, those anonymous online marketplaces for illegal content. So as you can imagine, this was way more than just a PR problem for Airbnb. The fallout was absolutely massive, both for the victims and for the company's entire reputation. In 2025 alone, over 50 lawsuits were filed against Airbnb for failing to protect guests from these spying hosts. It was just a tidal wave of legal and financial trouble, all stemming from that broken trust. And when you put the words of the victims together, it paints this devastating picture of the real human cost. This was never just about a few bad vacations. This was about lasting psychological trauma. So where does this all leave us now? The scandal fundamentally changed how people approached the whole idea of staying in a stranger's home. It led to a new, really unsettling travel ritual. Instead of unpacking, guests started sweeping their rentals with these spy finder apps on their phones, hunting for hidden lenses. The basic assumption of safety was just gone. And this leaves us with a final, chilling question. The next time you rent a stranger's home, are you just a guest looking for a place to stay? Or are you, unknowingly, the main event?